Good evening, all. So, couple things here with technical and dress rehearsals, as well as the final two chapters of our class, of the text for our class. Um, Technical and dress rehearsals are probably the most frenetic portion of my process as I'm trying to get everything to come together. Part of it technically because I end up being, set designer, uh, technical director, lighting designer, um, um, checking off all the costumes because it's all student assistants, and no other adults involved in most of my processes, unless I happen to be doing the musical, which I haven't for a long time. So, um, access to my theater has become a big issue for me, um, no more so than this coming year, um, when other spaces are being utilized for remodeling. And so my production schedule, technical and dress rehearsal schedule, was usually condensed into about 4 or 5 days leading up to opening night. And so walking through, a Q to Q may not actually happen. Getting full dress rehearsal depending on how far in advance students have planned or my ASB office has allowed me to purchase costumes or costume pieces. Some pieces are still being added on and finalized, um, the final night before, or even coming in the day of opening night. And part of that is in planning on my part. Part of that is also just the realities of um, other people and what they can bring to the process. And so, although it has been an uneven um, practice. Sometimes of the night before has been a walkthrough, more of my Q to Q to allow my technical people to get some stuff done and parents to come in and take photos for their own, um, for themselves of their actors in process. And so we'll walk through each piece, um, each scene. Um, Piece by piece, movement by movement, and double check lighting, and parents get a great opportunity to take photos of kids, their actors, without necessarily disturbing their fellow audience members. And so that practice just depends on how far along I've been able to get prior to opening week. And then I have typically a 2 week run, 2 weekend run, and then I have about a day or two to flip the space to clean stage for choir program, the band program, the mixture program, um, class meetings or whatever. So, those 3 to 4 days, 4 to 5 days, depending if I'm lucky, I'm being able to do that, are obviously vitally important. And I'm oftentimes still, finalizing things throughout the run, which I have a feeling most um, school directors can identify with. So, um, as far as the chapters, I took away a lot of practical advice in regards to problem solving, and I also like the uh, the very short chapter on tempo and the various use um, of those concepts going into a rehearsal, and the fact of that comparison to the symphonic conductor, and a piece of music that obviously is not the same throughout. So I was, um, you know, I think it was a good wrap up to the concepts that we were uh, discussed and that we were exposed to in the text itself. So, all right. Thank you and have a good week.